Coming up this week, forgive as we forgive. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Spoilers. Spoiler is when you think about a movie and you don't want to find out what's going on in the movie, so you tell people, "Don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it for me. I want to experience that movie." Sunday Spoiler is kind of like a spoiler where we're talking a little bit about what's coming up in worship for the purpose of preparing ourselves for worship. We know that worship is not a time just for us to sit back and watch. Worship is a time for us to engage. It's a time for us to receive what God is offering to us, but also to offer ourselves in that time. And so the more prepared we are for worship, the more able we are to have that engagement. The more able we are to have that presence and to feel that presence in that time, in that space, to know that God is truly there with us. We are continuing through the season of Lent, and Lent is a preparation for Easter. It's a reflective time to think about what Easter means and how God has shown his love to us in the day of Easter, the celebration of Easter. We've been using the Lord's Prayer to kind of guide how we think about things moving into this season of Easter. And it's my hope that as we've been going through this series that you in some way maybe see something that you haven't seen before. The Lord's Prayer, it's so easy for us to just mechanically say it. But when we take this deep dive into each of these phrases and each of these words, it's my hope that you find something there, that God is speaking to you anew in this prayer. And so this week we're coming to forgive us as we forgive. And forgiveness, as we often say, forgiveness is probably one of the hardest parts of the Christian faith. It's one of the hardest parts of being a follower of Jesus, because we know to forgive someone means that something bad has happened, that someone has wronged us in some kind of a way, and we often don't like to respond with this idea of forgiveness. And the translations of this prayer offer a couple of different words there of what we are actually forgiving. Some say sins, some say debts, some say trespasses. So we're going to look at that a little bit on Sunday about the differences between those words and how maybe they work together. But there's also this new layer that Jesus throws onto this prayer of the idea of forgiveness, that we're asking God to forgive us as we forgive others. Is that something we're truly asking of God? Are we truly asking God to only forgive us if we forgive those who offend us or hurt us in some kind of a way? That's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to ask. And it's another reminder how this prayer is often not only about what we are asking of God, but what we are asking of ourselves. So to get ready for that time of worship on Sunday, think about forgiveness. Think about how God has forgiven you. And think about how there might be opportunities for you to forgive other people. And we'll talk more about that then. Have a good week, everyone. We'll see you on Sunday. Take care.